Hello VC. This video is a video I'm doing after an exchange I had with René from Allspan Metal from Spain. René is an amazing guy. He is really a heavy metal fan and he knows a lot about heavy metal. He has an incredible, amazing collection. And some time ago he did a video where he spoke about Latin American heavy metal, thrash metal, and in the exchange I had with him I told him that I had myself some records, not as much as he have, but some records from Brazilian bands and Argentinian band, and I told him that I will do a video to show them, and here we are. So the band we are listening to right now, it's a band called Astaroth from Brazil. It's a band, they did only one album, a band from Porto Alegre, and the album is called Na Luz da Conquista. It's really good music, in my taste, heavy metal. The real heavy metal from the 80s. That's the back of the cover. And there is an insert as well, which is here. The name of the band, Astaroth, and a picture of the band members. So Astaroth from Porto Alegre in Brazil. I will move to the stack, which is here. Starting with another band which is called Hellion. That's an Argentinian band. I mean, the cover is a bit beat up, but I bought this one because it's a really rare press, really difficult to find, and look at the guys, typical 80s metal. It's a bit the same kind of music that Astaroth we are just listening to, except that these guys are singing in Spanish. Spanish, which is the language from Argentina, and Portuguese, which is the language from Brazil. So we are moving to the next one, Hellion is the only Argentinian band or heavy metal Argentinian band that I owe. Now we are going back to Brazil with this record from Acid Storm. Acid Storm is a thrash metal band from Brazil again. Another thrash metal band from Brazil, I mean they are all from Brazil, is a Corpse. This comes on a label which is called BRZ, which, these are really local, smaller labels. Next one is a thrash metal band which still exists nowadays, Corzus. It's a thrash metal band from Sao Paulo. With a nice picture, a gatefold with a nice picture of the band in a cave. That's a really rare one as well. It's a band called Panic, and the record is called Rotten Church. Special thing with this record, it comes on a label which is called Woodstock Discos. I owe a lot of press from Brazil, from international heavy metal bands, and Woodstock was the label which was pressing the records even for international bands in Brazil. So it's for the collectors, Woodstock is a really renowned label, Woodstock Disco in Brazil. So Panic, and they have some good names on the songs. It's a thrash metal as well. Seeds of Hate, Satan shall return, God's death, Fuck or Die, right? So that's Panic. There's an insert as well, as you can see here. So with some pictures of the band and the lyrics on the other side. So all these bands are singing in Portuguese or in English, and Panic is singing in English, as you can see here. And that's the label, the Woodstock label on the record. So now I'm just finishing with a band that probably everybody knows, right? Because it's it's a famous thrash metal band, but it's definitely the most famous Brazilian thrash metal band. All the records you will see here are Brazilian press, are originally coming from Brazil. Some of them have been pressed only in Brazil, or especially for Brazil, as you can see on this one. It's a special Brazilian release. So yeah, so Sepultura, of course I'm speaking about Sepultura, and that's all the first records, because after those, I mean, they split. I mean, the singer left, and you know, there were different changes in the band, and but that's really with the original setup still, right? So Chaos 80. Brazilian press on the Roadrunner label. That's Arise, and this one has been done specially for Rock in Rio. So Brazilian edition as well, with some nice pictures of the band, the brothers Max Cavalera and Igor Cavalera. That's Arise, the original album. Beneath the Remain. Schizophrenia. So that's of course, as you can see, it's the Sepultura Schizophrenia. Oh. And you have here as well, it's coming with a poster, a really nice poster of Sepultura. So that's the original press of Sepultura, because yeah, the other one, this one is obviously a repress, and this one is the original one, which comes as the first albums. I mean, all the first albums came on a Brazilian label, which is a Cogumelo label, and you know, you have it here, Cogumelo label, Sepultura. It's a gatefold sleeve with the lyrics here and a nice picture of the band. Schizophrenia. That's Morbid Vision. It's the first full-length album from Sepultura. That's a reedition. It's a 180-gram reedition. That's the only first of all the Sepultura. I mean, the first album of Sepultura. It's the only one that I don't have in original press, but it's a reedition. It's a Brazilian press as well. and it's a nice one. And now we are coming to the Grails. I mean, this is a reedition of the first demo from Sepultura. I mean, the first album they did only in Brazil was, you know, they made a record. It was kind of demo. They made a record, and there was only one side for Sepultura, and the other side was, you know, for another band called Overdose, a Brazilian band as well. So this record you see here is a repress which came out some years later, and here you have Sepultura on both sides of the record, right? They just took the original songs and they put them on the both side of the records. But yeah, a nice press with a nice picture of the band. So that's the guitarist from the early time, and he left, I think, for the second record. And here comes the Grail, which I was looking for more than a year when I was living in Brazil. And that's the original Sepultura Overdose record, right? So you have one side of the record which is with Overdose, again another Brazilian trash band, and on the other side you have Sepultura. And that's the record. So Sepultura on one side, Bestial Devastation, a really nice cover, and Overdose on the other side. So that was it for, you know, all the Brazilian, Latin American. There is one Argentinian heavy metal, thrash metal records that I own. I hope you liked the video, and René, you know, I hope that you have seen some nice records, and speak to you soon. Thank you, bye.